Hey guys, what is up? Cyber Ace TV here with some news that I'm not really happy about. Apple CEO Steve Jobs has stepped down. Now I'm going to be reading to you guys exactly what he said, and then we'll talk about this a little bit. So on Apple's website, there's a letter from Steve Jobs. It says, "To the Apple Board of Directors and the Apple community. I've always said if there ever came a day when I could no longer meet my duties and expectations as Apple CEO, I would be the first to let you know. Unfortunately, that day has come. I hereby resign as CEO of Apple. I would like to serve, if the board sees fit, as chairman of the board, director, and Apple employee. As far as my successor goes, I strongly recommend that we execute our succession plan, sorry about that, and name Tim Cook as CEO of Apple. I believe Apple's brightest and most innovative days are ahead of it, and I look forward to watching and contributing to its success in a new role. I have made some of the best friends of my life at Apple, and I thank you all for the many years of being able to work alongside you, Steve." So, in my opinion, this is a really, really bad move. I mean, honestly, for Steve, he has health problems, and I could really understand that, and I feel for the guy, and I hope he's okay. But to me, Steve is a pretty big role model. I think he's a big role model to everybody anywhere, even from the time he was young. Jumped right in there, made Apple, quit Apple, came back to Apple, and it was just it's a remarkable story. I really do think, and I don't want to sound like an Apple fanboy here, sitting here using this iMac to record this. I understand that I might sound like a fanboy, but I have a lot of respect for Bill Gates as well, who makes PCs, and I have a PC sitting behind me, so I'm not really a fanboy, but I really do think that Apple's definitely revolutionized things. I do think that Apple's revolutionized what we know as an MP3 player. As far as I'm concerned, I don't go out to the store to look for an MP3 player. I go out to the store to buy an iPod. That's what there is. There's iPods, and then there's the people that can't afford iPods and want MP3 players. And then there's the people that just don't like iPods, but there's more people that can't afford them than don't like them. So, in my opinion, Apple has really changed things in the computer market, the MP3 market, the phone market, and now the tablet market, which is slowly evolving. They've came into that and basically dominated it before anybody else had a chance. And I really think with Steve going, the company's going to go down because I think he was just the life of the company. I say this a lot, and I'll say it again. Steve Jobs is Apple. He's Apple. I don't really care what anybody else thinks. Of course, he hasn't been doing much. He's been on medical leave, but I still think that, just calling him Apple CEO was always, a really cool thing. But now you can't even call him the CEO anymore. I think that it's going to go down. And I can tell you that if he stops doing the keynotes, it's definitely going to get worse. So that's just my opinion. I think Steve had a lot to do with the life of Apple. I think, he devoted a lot of time into Apple as well. And without him, I just don't think things would be the same. I mean, I'm sure he'll be, looking over from Astray as chairman of the board or whatever. But without him as the CEO, I just think things are going to be really different. And I'm not happy about it. So what I'd like to know is, what do you guys think of Steve Jobs resigning? In my opinion, it sucks. Honestly, that's what I think. I really hope that he stays and continues to make great decisions and stuff. Like I said, I understand he hasn't been doing that much recently anyway, but I think it was still kind of comforting to be able to call him the CEO, and I'm sure he did what he could, and I really hope he stays with the keynotes and stays with the company, and long live Steve Jobs. Thanks for watching this, guys, and Steve, if you're watching this, we love you. I'm just kidding, that was kind of weird, and no homo. Just bye. Seriously, Cyber Ace TV signing off here. I'm kind of disappointed. What do you think? Comments below. Like the video. Subscribe. Sorry for the quality. Want to record it.